Hello guys, welcome to another training section on Age Fashion Up. My name is Abisola. On today's class, I'll be taking you on how to cut different type of cups. But before then, I'm going to explain that the type of cup that we have. We have three different type of cup. We have the shoulder cup, we have the bustier or the princess cup, then we have replacement cup. So when it comes to shoulder cup, it's a kind of cut that used to come from the shoulder down to the half length of the dress. Then when it comes to princess cup, we already know what princess is. It's a type of that used to form the armpit. So when it comes to princess cup or princess, is a we already aware about this word princess. It's already know it's a type of dance that used to come from the armpit like this down to the half length. But the difference is that this one carries the word cup, where we are going to use our word or the padded for the bustier, but it's still the same process on how to cut the princess dance. Then the next one is replacement cup. So when we are talking about replacement cup, is a type of cup that we have to cut one at the center, so we are not going to put the center again to cut another one. That's why we name it replacement, as in you are using one to exchange another. Then before the cutting of all these cuts, we needed some measurements on the body to measure before the cutting of these cuts. So firstly, we have the back have to be present, or the shoulder, each and one that you used to call it. Then the bust or the chest line. Then the shoulder to the nipple, from your shoulder here to your nipple, at the nipple of your breast. Then we have nipple to nipple. So nipple to nipple is measured like this. Then shoulder to under bust, you have to have the shoulder to under bust. Then from your shoulder here to the under of the breast, that's what we call it, under bust. Then the half length also, since we are cutting for the front of the clothes, we have to make use of half length. Then the shape also have to be present. So those are the measurements that we're going to be need for the cutting of the cups. Then when it comes to the division of all these measurements, we are still going to make the same division. For we have already known that our back or the shoulder, we used to divide it into two. Then when it comes to bust, it's still the normal division, bust divided by 4 plus 2. Then when it comes to shoulder to nipple here, it's only if there is going to be a cut at the nipple line here, there's going to be addition for the sewing allowance. But on the normal regular way, there is no addition for shoulder to the nipple. Then when it comes to nipple at this side, after the cut, you are going to add ½ inch sewing allowance for the nipple to nipple. Then for shoulder to under bust, is from shoulder here to the under bust, is exactly the same measurement. You are not going to add any inch to it for sewing allowance. Then when it comes to half length, we all know our normal regular half length has to have a cut, in which here we are going to add the sewing allowance to it. And for the shape, is the normal way we used to calculate for the bust, is the same way that we're going to calculate for the shape. So for the shape here, we are still making use of shape divided by 4 plus 2. That's for the theory aspect and the way the cuts are being cut. So now I'm going to move to the practical aspect, where I'm going to show you guys on how to get all this calculation right on the body of the customer, or on, if you want to sew for yourself, the ways on how you are going to measure for the basic measurements on the body. So welcome to the practical aspect, where I'm going to make a body to make the illustration of what I've been explaining. If you already know, when it comes to back, you just have to measure your back the normal way we used to measure for the back. You can see our back is 14 here. Then when it comes to chest, so just the way we used to measure for the normal bust, just have to come to this side and measure for the bust. You see our bust is 34. So after the measurement for the bust, so to measure for the next one, that is shoulder to the nipple, just place your tape rule at the shoulder here, the way we used to measure for maybe the length or the half length. Just place your tape rule like this. So now to now measure for the nipple, you have to get to the nipple of the breast. Just place your tape rule, or you can even ask the customer that where can the nipple is. You can touch it, whether you can just place your tape rule. You can see my own nipple, shoulder to nipple here is 9.5. Then after the shoulder to nipple, you can decide to go for the under bust, like shoulder to the under bust. Our shoulder to the under bust is 12. You can see here where the bra ends. Our shoulder to under bust is 12. Then you can go down and measure for the half length. You can see a half length, you can make use of 15 or 14. It depends on the length that she wants. But for me, I'll prefer to make the half length 14 so that it will not be too, the half length will not be too long. So our under bust is 12, our half length is 14. Then when it comes to nipple to nipple, just get for the place that pointed at the center of the breast. You can see where I place my hand. You can see a nipple to nipple is 6.5. Then after, then just measure for the shape. Since you are only cutting for the half length, the next one is for you to go for the shape. You can see our shape is 28 here. This is 28. So we've come to the end of today's class. We have already made an illustration after the whole theory aspect. Then this is the practical aspect where I'm able to make use of an individual for the illustration on how you are going to measure and where and how to measure for the basic measurements needed for the cup. We've come to the end of today's class where we're able to tell you the different type of cup we have and the measurement needed and how to measure the portion for the cups of the cutting. So if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.